You're listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily. You're listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.
Before you sign anything in Korea's property market, 3 policy shifts just changed the math. Seoul and the government are close to a deal that could unlock up to 130,000 new housing units. The tax break on your first home just got bigger if you're under 40, and fixed-rate mortgages just hit their lowest share in over 12 years. Here's what all 3 mean for your next move. It's Wednesday, August 26th. Let's look at what's happening in Korea's property market. Seoul's mayor and the land ministry are edging toward a deal that would raise redevelopment density limits and potentially ease Greenbelt restrictions in exchange for dropping housing plans at Yongsan Park. At the same time, the tax authority is finalizing how much of a break first-time buyers, including non-resident owners, actually get, while mortgage rates are pushing more borrowers toward variable rate loans. For residents weighing whether to buy now or wait, these 3 threads, supply, tax, and financing, are moving at once. Here's what the numbers show. Seoul estimates a 1.2 times increase in the redevelopment floor area ratio could add 43,000 units by 2031, on top of the 87,000 units already planned, bringing total net new supply to about 130,000 units. The 2026 local tax reform raises the first home acquisition tax break for buyers under 40 from 200,000 won to 300,000 won, now extended to Officetels under 40 square meters priced below 200 million won. The government is leaning toward keeping the tax-exempt threshold for non-resident single homeowners at the current 1.2 billion won, rather than lowering it to 900 million won as originally proposed. Fixed-rate mortgages fell to 31.9% of new home loans in July, down 5.8 percentage points from June, and the lowest level since February 2014, as fixed rates rose to 4.76% versus 4.35% for variable loans. Nonghyup Bank resumes refinancing mortgages from other banks and 40-year loan terms outside the capital region starting August 31st, after regulators confirmed banks are back within their household loan targets. So what does this mean for buyers weighing a purchase this year? Earlier, we said Seoul and the government are close to a deal that could add up to 130,000 housing units by 2031. Here's what that actually means for you. More supply years out doesn't change this year's decision, but it does suggest redevelopment zones near Yongsan and southern Seoul are worth tracking for future value. For financing, the growing gap between fixed and variable mortgage rates means locking in a fixed rate now costs more upfront, so weigh that against the risk of rates rising further before you choose. That's today's AI Prism Real Estate. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is a Won IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily. You've been listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.